everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So apologies for no videos for the past couple of days, but basically I went out at the weekend. I was away for the weekend, so that is why you didn't see any. I think actually I uploaded one on Friday and Saturday, but I think I filmed those before I went and then scheduled them while I was away. But you haven't seen anything after then, because since I've got home my throat is absolutely killing. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, and it's definitely self-inflicted, so I don't deserve any sympathy whatsoever, but every time I drink spirits, my throat gets really sore, basically. Like, I'm not ill or anything. I feel, other than this, like the sore dry throat, I don't have a cough, like nothing. It's literally just the back of my throat is really dry, like that's it. But it's really frustrating because obviously it makes talking really difficult, and by the time I finished yesterday, it was Monday yesterday, by the time I finished my last client, by the time she came, I could only just about talk to her, so I couldn't film any videos unless I did some without my voice, which is a bit difficult considering I always talk through them or do a voiceover. Either way, I'd have needed my voice. So I'm back anyway. I'm hoping to film a couple today, so I should have a video up every day for at least the next few days. And then next weekend is, what's it called? Easter weekend, which basically means I'm gonna have a few days to finally get some filming done, because that's what I find easiest. This is Peachy Nude, by the way, that I'm popping on here, and we're going to be doing some marbling today. Super easy, really quick. But yeah, so next weekend I'm hoping to do some of that. Obviously I'm not going to spend the whole weekend filming videos, because I do sort of want to make the most of the fact that I'm off for 4 days with my partner. So we've got a couple of things planned over those 4 days, so I'm hoping to just have at least like one full day or like a few hours over all days, just to get a video or two finished and uploaded. Anyway, like I just said, we're going to be doing some marbling. So I'm using Peachy Nude as my base, which is from Child Perfection. I've used this on my channel plenty of times. Now I'm just going to talk to you about the colours I'm going to be using. So we're going to do marble with these three first of all. This is Alaska, which is just white. This one is covered in pigment. This one is Sherbet Lemon. And then we've got Heat Wave, which is a bright orange. And then the other one is going to be shades of pink. And these are them. So we've got Bubblegum, Dolly Daydream and Lotus. And that is what they look like. They're beautiful. And then I'm going to be using Bluesky's Clear Blossom Base, which you'll have probably seen on my channel before as well. It's one of my most viewed videos as well. I'm pretty sure the views on that are over like 50,000 now, which is just bizarre. But that was one of my first videos, so it's been up for quite a while now. So I'm just going to do my second coat of Peachy Nude on these two nails off camera real quick, and then I will come back so we can do the design together. So once I've done that, I'm going to get my Blossom Base from Bluesky. I think there is a coloured one as well. I can't remember what colour it is, but I'm going to use my Clear Blossom. I think the one you can get that's got colour is white off the top of my head, but I don't have that one. I use this one because you can use it over any colour. So I'm just popping a generous but not too thick layer, because obviously we want our like layer of gel to cure, and obviously if we do this really thick and then the gel on top is too thick, it's not going to cure all the way through. So we want it to be even and all over the nail, but we don't want it to be too thick or it's not going to cure. So there's that. I'm just going to leave that for a second and get my palette, make sure it's nice and clean before I use it. I'm just getting a bit of acetone on a lint-free pad and just wiping over it, make sure there's no dust and everything on there. So we're going to do them both a little bit differently, like just to mix it up so it's not always the same. So first of all, I'm going to get my colours. Now, I'm only obviously doing one nail of each of the colours, so I don't need a huge amount of polish. So I am just going in with a little bit. Still a little bit too much than I need, but it's fine. Now, Bluesky do actually do, what are they called? Blossom gel polishes to go with their Blossom gel, which are really effective. But you don't need to use them, which is why I am not. I'm using just normal polish, so you can see that you can still get the effect that you want with normal polish. So I'm just dabbing the colour on there. I'm going to wipe off my brush every time before I pop it back into the bottle, else I'm going to contaminate my gel polish. So I'm just wiping it off to make sure the excess colour is gone. Popping that back in, and then, so like I said, we're going to do both a bit differently. So I'm going to do this one like this, and the other one I'm just going to put the colours on separately, because not every way of doing things sort of suits everyone. So it's nice to know multiple sort of techniques. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm just looking for my ombre brush. Here it is. So I'm going to be using my Magpie ombre brush. Just cleaning off, make sure there's no polish on there already. And once I've done that and I've made sure that that's ready to go, I'm just going to go through these colours with my dotting tool. I'm actually just going to use one of these reusable sticks just to make use of it. And I'm just going to create a swirled effect, but you don't want to go through it too many times because you'll end up basically blending them together, and that's not what we want to do. So when it comes to picking them up, I'm literally just going to go from one side straight over to the other, and then we're going to place onto this nail like so. And then once I have used that, I'm going to wipe it off. I'm going to clean my brush, but not totally, because obviously I'm picking them up again. I'm going to do the exact same technique of picking the colours up, and then we're going to finish it off. So I'm going to start about here to link it to what we've already got on there, and then bring that down. And once I've done that, I'm just going to get rid of that brush, make sure it's not anywhere near me so it's going to go all over me. I'm going to get my detailer brush. I'm just going to leave that for a second because obviously it will just naturally bloom on its own, as you can see. Just cleaning off this brush. And then I will just go round that and make sure that I'm happy with it. Add any more colour if I want to anywhere. I'm going to add some more up here. I'm going to get rid of any air bubbles, else they will cure like as a bubble, obviously. I'm going to bring that over here. Would help if I was focused, wouldn't it? So I'm just dragging those bubbles and popping them as I go along. And then if I want any colour in particular, like more of a colour anywhere, I would just pick some of it up. I'm going to put some more white over here. And just make sure that it blends in. Just got one more air bubble to get rid of, and then once I've done that, that is how it looks. It doesn't look even half as vibrant on the camera as it does in person, which is very annoying, but I'm going to pop that in the lamp now. So while that's in for a full 60 seconds, I'm then just going to use my Blossom base again on this nail, but like I said, I'm going to be doing this one slightly differently. So again, I'm just making sure we've got a nice even application of the Blossom gel on here first of all. You don't have to use Blossom gel, you can just use normal base coat. Sometimes I do like a wet layer of gel polish, like a colour that's in. So like I'd paint it like this, and then I'd paint a coat. Like if I wanted the nude, it only really works when you want the colour that you've actually painted the nail to be in with the marble. It works best for a full coverage. So you could use the nude like wet and then put your colours on top. But obviously then your nude colour is going to mix between them, so if you don't want nude in your marble, that's not going to work. But I'm just going to clean off my palette, ready for the next way of doing it. So I'm just going to get my other colours now, just a little blob of each. So I've got like quite a deep darker pink, and then I've got my bright Dolly Daydream. And then I've also got Bubblegum, which is a nice bright pink, to try and break it up a little bit. Obviously, the more similar your colours are to each other, the less obvious your marble will be, but sometimes that's what people want, so there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm just going to clean off my brush that I've just used. I'm using this detailer brush. It is from, as always, Erin's collection. It's the Bestie brush. I'm just going to pick some up on here, and I'm literally just going to do the exact same like sort of motion as in from the top to the bottom. Don't have to worry about getting this perfect, because that's the joy of marble, is you can't really. I'm just creating those lines this time, but with the individual colours. So you have a little bit more control with this way of where the colours go and how they mingle together and stuff, because you're quite literally placing them exactly where you want each colour to be. I'm going to get my lighter one and just drag that through. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to create the shape that I want it to be in, and I'm just going to go through now with all the colours basically on my brush. I'm going through them all, and I'm just making sure that I'm blending them all together, and we don't just have like 3 colours that are quite obviously all just been squiggled on. We do want them to sort of blend together. If you want a bit more of any colour anywhere, you can literally just pick it up and put it in. That's the best thing about doing it in this way. You can basically choose exactly where you want your colours to go. Okay, and that's that. Making sure that there's no air bubbles again, and that all the colours do blend together. You can also go through all 3 with your liner brush, so literally, let me just get that off. Pick them up as you go along, and then just place. You can do it like that as well. I'm just putting some more of that darker one through there, because there's not a lot in there. Don't mess too much with the marble, because you will just merge the colours together, and then obviously they won't be marbled. But that's what it looks like. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp for a full cure, so we can take the other one out now. And this is what it looks like. So all I'm going to do to finish off these designs is literally just pop a little bit of foil on, like just completely random. We're just going to dab some on sort of thing. So on this one, I'm obviously going to use one that goes with these colours, and then for the other one I will use a different one. So this one I'm going to use a bit of gold, just because it happens to be next to me, and that's really useful. So I'm literally just going to get my gold and just randomly tap. This is tacky because it's Bluesky. Well, no, it's not Bluesky. I've used the colours from Gel Perfection. So this is just slightly tacky, so I'm able to use a tacky layer. But obviously if it wasn't, I'd have to pop some foil gel on. I don't need to for this, so that's all good. So I've used that one for that, and to be fair, I might use the gold for the other one as well. No, let's not be too lazy. So I'm going to use this one for the other one, just because again it's next to me, so it's useful. It's definitely a magpie one, I just can't remember what it's called, so apologies for that. But any old pink foil will do. Just need a little bit, so I'm not getting out too much. And then again, we're just going to pop that on in a random way. It's really difficult to do foil on these display tips, but there we go. So that's that. So this is what they look like at the moment. Very cute, very different, super easy. So all I need to do now is just top coat, and then we are done. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you what they look like at the end. So here is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and just how beautiful are they. Which one is your favourite? Let me know whether you prefer the pink this side or the orange this side. To be honest, I'm not really a massive pink fan, so obviously I'm going to prefer the orange. But in all honesty, like out of which one I'd wear, I'd probably wear both, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I think the orange is my favourite. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!